everyone will be alright if I'm not live by satellite. It's a beautiful day, I'm running away. Don't bother to Facebook message or call me.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Filmbox Podcast, the greatest movie podcast on the face of planet Earth, as you know, for sure, 100% fact. We've even won awards to prove it. I'm your wonderful host, Aaryn Souza, and I'm joined today just with Connor. This time around, going back to the OG duo, to just do a little sort of bonus, I guess, episode of all sorts of stuff that's been going on in the news, and primarily the pretty predominant writer's strike and stuff like that. But Connor, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Dude, I'm doing better than the writers in Hollywood. I'll tell you that much.
We stand with you guys, though.
Yes,
we do.
100%.
Yeah, feeling great. Feeling a little sick though.
Oh.
So sorry if I sound a little sexy in the mic. I do not mean it. I'm sorry.
Sick equals sexy, apparently.
If you just got erect listening to my voice, I am sorry. I am not liable for this, but
Oh
whoops.
God.
I'm kidding.
Oh Lord.
I'm kidding.
Oh boy. Well, like I said, today is going to be probably a little bit shorter of an episode, but we wanted to just put together something in between our main episodes where we can go over one, CinemaCon, which was a big deal.
We kind of missed that. It's been a bit
recently. Yeah, it has. And also this big writer's strike, the Writers Guild of America strike, which is a huge deal. If you've seen the memes, the last time that there was a writer's strike, Jesse Plemons killed a man. So hopefully we have some better luck this time around.
Yeah, I mean, Elizabeth Olsen has already killed someone, but maybe I haven't gotten that far in the
Spoilers.
show. I think that's how it goes. I'm only on episode 2.
I have no idea. I haven't seen it yet. But before we get into any of that, Connor, I do have a game for you to play.
Ooh,
To start this episode. I prepared it ahead of time.
nice.
And we're ready to go. So this this is a game I think is going to be right up your alley, and hopefully something that we bring back on occasion, because I got a lot here that we could use. This is a game that I like to call movie character or baseball player.
Okay. See, if the audience at home doesn't know, I'm a pretty big baseball guy. I got my Red Sox hat on right now.
Yep.
I'm also very in tune with old baseball players, and they're just the perfect names.
Yep. So I'm gonna see if Connor can determine which of these players are baseball players and which of these players are, or which of these people are movie characters. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start. Where do I want to start? I want to start here. All right. So all right, our first one. I'm gonna just do a couple and see how we do. I think I don't know. I'll go till I feel good.
Until I'm either over, whatever, or perfect.
Yep. Okay. So name number 1, and I will give you a bonus point if it is a movie character. I will give you a bonus point if you can tell me the movie.
Okay.
Which I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see.
They're all baseball players.
Character number 1, Dieter von Kuntz.
Dieter von Kuntz. This might be tough. I'm going to say movie.
You are correct. What movie is he from?
I don't know.
He is from MacGruber.
Never seen it.
Yep.
I just
All
figured the last name is very, Victor Von Douche. Yeah, if you're picking it up.
Yep. All right. So next name here. Next name we got Pussy Tebow.
Oh, that's a baseball player if I've ever heard one.
That would be correct.
Yeah.
That is, in fact, a baseball player. He was born in 1870. In Worcester, Massachusetts, actually. So
Shout out
right
you.
close to home. He had a career .1 WAR with 6 at bats and 3 hits.
The best thing about guys like in the late 1800s and 1900s is that they were just like walking along the street and the team was like, fuck, our third baseman just got struck by lightning. We need someone to fill in. You sir, get over here. And that's how you get guys like Pussy Tebow and Two Balls Johnson having baseball reference pages.
Oh boy. All right, next name. We've got Chicken Wolf.
That's tough. I'm gonna lean movie.
You would be incorrect. That is in fact a baseball player. And I included it here not only because his nickname, his official like nickname is Chicken Wolf, but also his real name, William Van Winkle Wolf. So, I mean, come on. So this guy, he played he was born in 1862 and he died in 1903. He had a
Long
career
life.
17 and a half WAR
Okay.
and almost 5,000 at bats.
Not great, but
He had 4,959 at bats, 1,439 hits, 18 home runs.
yeesh. Slap hitter.
Yep.
But to be fair, this is before they invented fences, so nothing was a home run unless you just kept running until they told you to stop.
Yeah. There was one season where he had 154 hits and none of them were home runs.
Pussy.
Also has the greatest handlebar mustache I've ever seen. So if you look him up on Baseball Reference,
You got look up.
It's Chicken Wolf.
You gotta look up Raleigh Fingers then.
Oh, I do know Raleigh.
You know Raleigh.
Yeah, I do know Raleigh.
Chicken Wolf.
All right. So right now you've got 2 points, Connor, out of 3. I'm glad you didn't get them all right because I would have been very upset.
Just too perfect at this game.
Yeah. All right. Your next name, Pistachio Disguisey.
That feels like a movie, and I will venture to guess is from Master of Disguise.
Damn, you would be 100% correct.
Yeah.
It is from the Master of Disguise, the name Pistachio Disguisey.
Who would have thought?
Yep.
Am I not turtle enough for the Turtle Club?
All right. I got another one for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Toll Road.
What was that?
Toll Road.
Toll Road?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a baseball player.
You are incorrect.
Damn.
That is a character from The Expendables. One of the characters' names is Toll Road.
Fuck, who is it? The Expendables, they're just not real.
That would be let's see, who plays Randy Couture plays Toll Road. All right, and I'm gonna give you one more here.
Okay.
10 million.
Sorry, I should have muted. 10 million?
10 million.
You see, I feel like that. I'm gonna go baseball player.
That is in fact a baseball player.
Okay.
10 million was a player born in 1888. Doesn't even have a picture.
Some of these dudes just probably didn't exist.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to include one, but I didn't. All right, so what are the points there? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points total out of a possible, I believe, 6 points.
Okay.
No, out of a possible 7 points. I'll give you that.
Okay. That's pretty high for me.
Something like that. Not bad. Not bad. There was a player that I wanted to include on my list, and I have more that we will get to eventually.
Save it.
But I didn't include him on my overall list because I knew you'd get it. It's beer.
It's beer, yeah. I know it's
Beer.
beer.
Beer is in fact a player who played. So, yeah. So yeah, that's movie character or baseball player. We'll continue with this game eventually. I got some good ones on this list, and I'm gonna keep adding to it. So
This is our version of Is It Cake?
literally. All right. Cool. So now that we've gotten our palates wet a little bit, Connor, tell me about what you've been watching lately.
I've kind of been on an unintentional Timothy Chalamet run. I saw Dune first. That movie's great.
Great movie.
Can't wait for number 2, which we'll talk about later. Saw Lady Bird. Also great. I would strike Timothy Chalamet out on 3 pitches, though. If you know that joke. And then Call Me By Your Name, I saw. I think that might vault in my top 5 movies. I love movies that are just nice and heartbreaking. Aside from that, finally got around to seeing Parasite. I see what the hype was all about. It's quite a good movie. Arrival, another really good one. And Spirited Away. Dipping my toes into the Studio Ghibli.
Studio Ghibli.
Ghibli.
Wow, you said that very fancy.
Chalamet.
All good movies.
I was on a good movie binge.
Yeah. So let's see. What have I seen? I've seen How to Train Your Dragon. Rewatched that. That was fun. Just kind of like one of those ones where you just throw it on TV and chill. I've got to see Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret in theaters, which was fantastic. I was very happy that I saw it. And you should read the review that's on our website that I wrote for it. Is very, very good. One of my best reviews, I think, so far.
Just tooting your own horn.
Yeah, just a little.
As you should.
Know, just toot. But yeah, no, it was a very, very good movie that I would be happy to go watch again. I also watched Dune because I know I'm interested in Dune 2, and I hadn't seen it yet, so I knew I needed to get on it. Wow. I mean, it's good, but like, I don't know what the fuck was happening.
I need to start giving myself a bit more credit. I think I'm so much dumber than I am when it comes to movies. Like, I thought I stayed away from Dune because I was like, there's no shot I understand it. And then I was like, oh wow, it's literally just like, this guy is gonna be king, but then, or not king, but like it's like Game of Thrones essentially.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I got it, but at the same time, it's like they literally just take the entirety of the series and like all of the jargon and all of the like stuff about it and just go, here. You deal with this.
I will say I found it hilarious that it's like 10,000 years in the future.
Yeah.
And this dude is named Paul.
and yeah, and then they have another guy named Duncan Idaho.
Yeah.
Which I almost included in our game too, but I knew you had just seen Dune, so I knew you'd get it right away.
Like all these, like Shani, Gaius, Helen Mohaim, Stilgar, like these are like cool names. And then there's Paul.
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 Hi, I'm Paul.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I went from Dune to watching Beautiful Disaster, which was aptly named.
An ugly disaster.
It was awful. You'll be seeing my review on that on the website here pretty soon. It was bad.
It'll be a must read.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, it was bad. So have you ever had a movie that's been just so bad that you need to watch something good to cleanse your palate?
All the time.
I was me with this movie. I literally went in the same day. I watched Beautiful Disaster, and then I watched Spirited Away for the first time. I was like, I need to watch something good. It was so bad.
Yeah, Spirited Away.
And
that movie is so fucking good.
Beautiful,
Just
phenomenal.
Oof, felt like a kid.
I don't
again.
give fives lightly. I don't think I've given a 5 out of 5 yet since we've started writing reviews. That was a 5 out of 5 movie.
That was I actually gave out 2 5s. It was that and Parasite. Everything else was like a 4.5.
Yeah, I mean, I did give Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio a 5 when I watched that.
I think I gave that one
this year, but yeah. Otherwise, I mean, Top Gun Maverick was in there. I mean, I don't.
Did I give John Wick 4 or 5?
I have no idea.
It looks like I did. Whoops.
Nope.
I guess I got a couple. I guess I'm like that cool sub. If when it comes to movie ratings, like, hey, we had a good time, right? Yeah, 5 out of 5.
Yeah. Yep. And then just today I watched Elvis for the first time, which was good. I mean, it was definitely visually it was really cool, and Austin Butler was in fact very, very good, but the story was just all over the place, and Tom Hanks was bad.
Mm-hmm. I started A Man Named Otto or A Man Called Otto just because it's on Netflix. I turned it off. I know it's supposed to be a very redeeming thing, but Tom Hanks is so unlikable in it. He's such a fucking an old, if you will.
An old, holy shit.
Yeah. Sorry to drop that slur on you, but
you're old.
No, it's not you're old. You're
an old.
You're an old.
Oh my god. But yeah, so that's what I've been watching lately. So stay tuned for more. But let's talk about CinemaCon. We're on the heels of having it go by, and we missed it a little bit. I don't even know what that analogy was. What was that? We're on the heels of having it go by. I don't know.
It was in our grasp, but it was also 10 yards that way.
Yeah,
we missed it by a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's came and went, and there was stuff that
we are
were
so
announced,
far behind.
So we gotta talk about it.
Yeah.
So they announced a lot of trailers. They announced some movies. They showed some stuff. So we wanted to real quick talk about the 3 projects that we're most excited for that they showed off stuff at. But first, before we do that, I want to talk about something that really pisses me off about the film industry.
Go for it.
I hate how like these places are like, we showed off exclusive footage for. I just hate the idea of like exclusive footage for a movie. Like we showed like the first 15 minutes of the movie to our audience. It's like,
cool.
Why?
It's like, cool.
It's the first 15 minutes. And you're just gonna let me see that and be like, okay, I can't see this for 6 more months.
And it's like,
so what
wow,
the fuck was the point?
Those opening credits were, mwah.
Yeah, it's like I literally, it's like, okay, whatever, dude. You got me in, and then you said nah, and then I'm gonna forget about it.
Just teasing you so much, but it's also just like, just show me an extended trailer at that point.
Yeah,
show me some behind the scenes stuff.
Like I don't mind like 2-minute trailers, like those are fine. It's when they show those 15-minute like, here's the first 15 or here's 15 minutes of the movie, exclusive clip. It's like, no.
Like I'm fine if they want to show a scene to be like, hey, like here's what you got to look forward to, but it's just like it's got to be like out of context. Like I think
and short.
Yeah, like
give me a 40-second scene.
I think the Transformers one. I don't know. We weren't there, but they showed like a bit of one of the fight scenes, and it was just like a long take type shot. Like that's perfect. Just show me that. Like I saw Mission Impossible, like Dead Reckoning, whatever it's called. When I went to go see whatever movie I saw last in theater, might have been Evil Dead. There was a trailer for that, And the trailer was literally just short scenes of like just action that had like it was literally just Tom Cruise running for like the minute straight, which was sick.
Yeah, no, those are fun. It's just when you end up going like longer and then you just start like previewing early snippets of the movie, it's like no one cares really.
Yeah. But
Anywho, what we're going to talk about 3 movies that we're excited for from the event. Connor, what are you excited for that was shown off at CinemaCon?
Well, if you know me,
Deep cut
that we mentioned last time too. The Meg 2. First off, I didn't think it was gonna be getting a sequel. Thank God it did. Apparently there's gonna be more sharks, more Megs. One of them's eating a dinosaur. That's fucking sick.
What the what?
It apparently it was like a prehistoric flashback, if you will.
Wild.
Yeah, but there's gonna be more sharks, more big fish. Oof, I love it.
I love how that's one of the ones that you took away from
that movie.
Very on
that
brand.
Movie could be fucking terrible. I don't care. Give me big sharks.
5 stars.
5 stars. 5 stars. Big sharks.
Big shark equals good.
Yes. 3 big sharks. Oh yeah.
Perfect.
15 stars.
5 stars
per shark. Craven, they showed I think it was a hot take I had a while ago where it was like I don't want Sony to do anything with Spider-Man anymore just cuz like their past attempts have been terrible. This was off the heels of Morbius. I'm using that term right. Yeah, it's Morbin time.
It's Morbin time.
But first off, I love Aaron Taylor Johnson a lot. He's Craven, and apparently it's gonna be rated R, which is sick. I don't know why they didn't do that with like the Venom movies, like they should have. But yeah, apparently they just showed him literally like just maiming dudes left and right, and that's what I want. I just want just unabashed violence.
Well, I'll be excited when they have Freddy Krueger show up.
Speaking about unabashed violence,
that's another. It's a Wes Craven joke. It's a Wes Craven joke, everyone.
R.I.P. Violence. Anyone But You. The rated R rom-com with Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney.
Yes.
This has become my Don't Worry, Darling. Like, you know how there's just so much shit that was just going on beyond.
Yeah.
But like it's still kind of bad, but it's like just fun. Apparently, like Sydney Sweeney, Glenn Powell really were hitting it off. Apparently, Glenn Powell broke up with his girlfriend, but
there's also rumors that Sydney Sweeney's engagement to that guy has been cut off.
I've seen pictures of them together since. Like I'm in the weeds on this one because like that's a couple I stand behind. She was calling him Top Gun. Like, oh my god.
Look, all right.
Ooh.
It's as someone working in marketing, and if you follow the film industry, rom-coms have a history of like laying the seeds of romance for their 2 co-stars to drive up buzz for a movie. But this feels a lot more than that.
Listen, I could be biting like hook, line, sinker. I will
100%.
Eat the trash on this one.
I'll tell you what, man. It's on my TikTok feed. I'm obsessed. Every time it comes, I'm like, dude, I'm in. I gotta see it.
It's coming out sometime in 2024. I'm keeping my schedule just clear. I'll quit my job if I have to. Like I am. Whenever this thing drops, I am there.
Row 1, seat 1, first.
I'm buying out all the
one in
tickets.
line.
I'm buying them all. I will have that theater to myself to watch this.
And it's R-rated.
That's the thing.
Crazy.
I'm not gonna say it.
Maybe you shouldn't.
No.
There's a reason he's buying out all the tickets in the theater. No.
No. It's because I want to be engaged in the cinema. That's all.
That's what they call it. Oh boy. Anyways, let's see.
Yeah, what are you excited for?
I'm excited for obviously Dune 2.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer came out. It looks cool. I'm in.
I'm all the way in.
I'm hooked. Don't say that.
Sorry, I'm still anyone
He's
but
still
you.
thinking about anyone but you.
Anyone but you still on my mind.
Oh man. No, it looks good. It looks really good,
Mm-hmm.
and I was enthralled by the first one. So for sure excited. Also really excited for Killers of the Flower Moon.
Too long.
It's actually they've shortened it up a lot. It's actually now shorter than other Scorsese movies.
Didn't they? It was like 3.5 hours though, wasn't it?
Yeah, they've cut it down now.
Okay.
They've continued to cut it down.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna respect. I still haven't seen The Irishman because it's still too long for me.
That's a long one. It is. I know it is shorter than The Irishman now.
Good.
I don't know by how much, but I know it is shorter. But yeah, I guess they released a trailer for that. It hasn't been made public yet, so I'm like curious to see. But they did release a couple new stills, so now we don't have that stupid picture of Leo looking up at the sky next to the wonderful Indian actor who I don't know her name. I'm sorry, I should.
You white man.
Well, I will find out right now. Lily Gladstone, you're a wonderful, wonderful actor or actress. I am sorry, I could not remember your name. Not like any people are listening to this anyways.
This is just for you and me.
All of a sudden we get a letter like, you need to stop.
Cease and desist.
Yeah. Sincerely, Lily Gladstone.
Sincerely,
like,
all of movies. Find something
well,
else.
I was gonna come on your podcast, but then you forgot my name. Like, fuck.
I was gonna buy some merch and endorse you guys on the red carpet, but now I will only just buy the merch and wear it in secrecy.
Oh boy. So I will be excited for that to come out. That trailer's gonna be good. And I mean, look, I'm a sucker for Scorsese movies and dramas like that anyways. And it's got Brendan Fraser in it, so like, yup.
Mm-hmm. Scorsese, known Pearl lover.
Yes.
He knows ball.
Yes, Pearl apparently is cinema. And then last thing that I'm excited for is Bob Marley. They announced a movie around Bob Marley called Bob Marley One Love. I guess is going to be some sort of biopic that is actually like spearheaded by his son Ziggy, which is awesome. I'm so here for it. So I'm really excited to see where that goes.
Me too. I got a fun little story about Bob Marley. It's real quick. I don't want us to keep dragging on, but junior year we took a cultures class. I think we were in the same one. Just different sections. And one of the assignments was listen to like a Bob Marley song and then listen to like find a song that you can relate it to now. And I did all this work listening to all these Bob Marley songs, all these current songs, wrote a beautiful paper, forgot to submit it.
Nice.
Almost failed the class because of it.
Nice.
So, whoops.
Man, I remember there was one time in school I forgot to do an assignment and said I did it in Google Drive, and then it never saved in Google Drive. Like it got lost, and I got out of doing the assignment, so it was pretty sweet.
Yeah, freshman year, I sociology, we were supposed to do like a reading review, and first copy, I forgot to save it before I closed out. So at 11 at night, I had to retype the entire paper. Forgot to submit it. But
Nice.
I went to class, printed out the hard copy, and I gave it to my professor, and I said, hey, I know I didn't submit it, but here's proof that I did it. And she was like, you're still getting a 0.
Oh,
And I was like, all right.
damn, that's brutal.
Mhm.
Damn. All right. Now before we carry on too long on
Our memory lane.
school stories, that'll be for another podcast. Let's talk about let's go to a different form of writing. Wow, what a segue. And talk about the WGA strike.
Writers Guild of America, the writers are not writing. They've put the pens down. They've picked up the picket signs, as they should. So Tuesday, which was May, 2nd, I believe.
May 2nd.
Oh, fuck yeah, nailed it. They went on strike because they failed to reach an agreement with Hollywood studios about like their new contracts, which is good. This is the first strike in 15 years. The main things that they're striking over, kind of obvious. First one, increased pay. The pay has just gone down like 14% over the last 5 years when you talk about inflation as well. Obviously, everyone should be compensated fairly for their work, and it should be everything should always be tied into like inflation, cost of living. As we all know, $10 today is not the same as $10 10 years ago.
$10 today isn't even the same as $10 3 years ago.
Or yesterday.
Yeah.
Better residuals, especially with streaming. A lot of shows, they used to, once they were done, obviously they would just start rerunning them, and that was like the writer's kind of cash cow. Either that or like they were sold overseas, but either way, it normally was like huge paydays for them. But now that like all these shows are going to streaming, going to Netflix, Hulu, whatever, the residuals aren't nearly the same just because the metrics aren't shared back. So they want like more upfront fees instead of like these back end residuals, because
it's wild to me that like they don't make streaming services disclose viewership data like they do for major networks and TV and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where
It's weird.
you would it just kind of makes sense, like, because the show like this like Netflix knows what shows are popular or not. Like that's how like when they'll cancel a show after a season, or if they'll keep The Office for like 10 years. They know what is working. I don't know why they can't turn that to whatever studio and be like, all right, yeah, this show is doing great for us.
Yeah. I guess there's no, like, I don't know if Nielsen deals in streaming, but there's no, like, ratings service or anything like that for streaming, I guess, which is really just, it's wild to me.
Yeah. Well, especially, too, with, like, remember back when, Batgirl got completely, like, locked away in a vault just because they didn't want, like, and they started doing that to a lot of other of their content, specifically because they did not want to have to pay out residuals on them. Like, getting paid up front would be much more beneficial to them. Staffing requirements, they want there to be like actual like writers' rooms. That way they just have like some like more jobs, some sort of stability, so that if they're working on a series or something, they know that they have that going for them at least. And I guess like the biggest one is this, like we've been talking about it, like AI being able to write scripts. Like you have your series of ChatGPT writing scripts for you.
Which I do just in entertainment.
Yeah, it's like, just for fun.
There's a real deal with services and studios wanting to use AI to write preliminary scripts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that is just wild to me. And then to bring in writers afterwards to clean up, quote unquote, the scripts.
All that. It's literally like we're gonna hire like writers to be like a safeguard essentially, but you have like
to make it make sense.
Yeah, you don't have any like creative. You don't get to be creative on this. We've taken care of that. We have this computer being creative, which we all know creators or computers. They understand emotion and whatnot. Yeah, like the writers are like, no, none of it. So yeah, that's kind of why they've been striking. I'm pretty sure the AI piece, as well as like increased pay, have been the big two that they've been standing on. And as far as we're still recording, it's only been a couple of days, but they're still striking, still not working.
Yep.
Studios, that they're saying if you're under contract, you're under contract. Like showrunners for Disney and Warner Brothers, if you're not just a writer, like if you're a producer writer, you gotta come in, you gotta be producing whatever, producing your non-writing services, I guess.
Yeah. And there's a lot of studios that are proceeding forward with productions without writers, which is, I mean, if you paid attention to what happened in 2007, 15 years ago, it was bad.
Oh, yeah.
Like there were shows that were really good that proceeded without writers that ended up really bad. And one of those ones is the new Lord of the Rings series. Was the most expensive series ever made, and now they're proceeding forward without writers for season 2. And that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, almost hate to see it, but
almost.
almost. But it's like all the like late night TV talk shows, they're canceling, or not canceling, but they're not making anything new. They're kind of standing with the writers, except for James Corden, who was like, no writers, fucking my show's out of here.
Yeah, well, I mean, he can't survive without writers. He's terribly unfunny and a douchebag. So
apparently, during the first strike or the first negotiation, he was like saying, "No, you guys don't need to be paid more. Have you guys thought about being paid less?"
Yeah, he's a real asshole. And like, fuck him. I don't even care if he listens to this show. If he's the one celebrity, go away. We don't want you. You're a grade A douchebag, James Corden.
Just being friends with Harry Styles isn't enough, man. Like,
I don't even think he's really friends with Harry Styles.
I think they're just both honest. British. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Like, oh, you love. We're British, right? We're friends then, right?
Nah.
No. Yeah. All right.
No.
You're on my show now. I'll be in your music video.
Have you ever seen the James Corden Ask Me Anything on Reddit, where they just absolutely roasted him? He didn't ask me anything, and there was some guy that was like, "Hey, you don't remember me, but I was a waiter for you when you were at my restaurant a few years ago, and you were a prick to everyone. And here's exactly what you did."
Came with
and there were multiple stories like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, the whole, like, that Cinderella movie when they did, like, the flash mob in traffic. I'm not gonna say it would have been funny if him in a rat costume got bumped by a car, but Ooh.
It would have been fucking hilarious.
So fucking funny, man. With respect to the car, because I don't respect James Corden.
Get that in writing.
You can put my name on it.
Yep.
Yeah, studios, they're not backing down yet. They're I don't know. They're just super like these. You know what it is?
They're studios.
They're studios. Yeah, it's like, cause like I said earlier, I'm a baseball fan. MLB had a lockout last year, and it's just like the exact same thing. It's like, hey, we know you guys are just sitting on billions of dollars that we made you.
Mm-hmm.
Can we please have a bit of that? And in the baseball's case, the owners were like, no. And here it's like the studios are like, no.
I mean, the studios are basically saying that like the WGA's demands are not compatible with what they're able to do. But it's like, you know, companies like these are posting record profits, and they can support more. You know, I'm not saying that like writers need to be paid millions and millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I don't really think anyone should be paid that much money.
Well,
to be completely honest,
that's right. Let the socialism just soak into your blood.
But when at the same time, I mean, they're saying like shows like, according to this article, they're saying shows like The White Lotus or Yellowstone couldn't exist under WGA's own demands. It's like, yeah, they could.
Yeah, it's
100%. You think that Disney just would be like, nah, sorry, we don't have the money. Sorry, we don't have $5 trillion.
Yeah, because their thing is like it was specifically about like having more writers in the room. They're like, oh, but Mike White wrote White Lotus and Taylor Sheridan wrote Yellowstone, 2 shows. Obviously, we can extrapolate that to 100,000 shows. If you know, we can't pay all that. And I there's this writer, Adam Conover. He went on.
Adam ruins everything. He's awesome.
He went on CNN, and he was like, I don't have like all the numbers, but he was basically like, yeah, like your boss is Zaslav, right? That piece of shit. The HBO guy, HBO Discovery. Warner Brothers Discovery, sorry. He was like, yeah, he made like 200 million last year. That is like 115 times what we're asking for. Like, we there can be a world where you as the studio head make your money, and we as the people who are making the content that is making you money can also get our share of the money.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it reminds me of something that just happened really recently. So there's a company called Miller Knoll, who basically they produce chairs mainly is their main thing. They produce desk chairs, gaming chairs, for a brand called Herman Miller, which are great chairs. And so recently, this whole thing just leaked of the CEO going on a rant at all of the employees at Miller Knoll to basically leave Pity City and stop asking about bonuses. And like, hey, sorry, pandemic, we can't give you bonuses.
It's in
and
my
then
pocket.
Got found out. Yeah, it got found out like immediately that she took she had a $5 million salary and actually did get a bonus that year. And it's like, hey, don't take a bonus.
Stop asking.
You're gonna yell at us.
It's not happening. You want to know why? Because I took it all, baby.
Yeah. She said, quote, spend your time and your effort thinking about the $26 million we need and not think about what you're going to do if you don't get a bonus. I had an old boss who said to me one time, you can visit Pity City, but you can't live there. So people leave Pity City.
It's just, oh, man. It's just, the world sucks. Because, you know, these people exist, and let's be honest, there's no repercussions.
No. And this is a woman who the prior financial year was awarded a salary of roughly $1 million in addition to about $4 million for mostly stocks and options, an annual incentive plan, and covered expenses like access to a company jet. And she's like, yeah, get out of here. Get the fuck out of
You need
here.
a bonus to pay your mortgage and to put food on the table for your kids? You fucking losers.
Yeah.
Just be rich.
It's the same sort of thing, you know. And look, these people, like I said, I'm not saying these people need to like be making millions and millions and millions of dollars, but like at least pay them a little bit, you know. Stop taking. I hate it. It drives me insane when companies are like, "Yeah, we had a record year. We had the most earnings we've ever had this year," and then the employers are like, "Hey, we don't get paid enough." Like, fuck you.
It's like, yeah, we wouldn't know that as your employees who have made you this money. It's like the guy who wrote The Bear, great show on Hulu and FX, won a bunch of like awards. And he was like, yeah, I went to the award show with like a bow tie I had to buy on credit because I did not have any money in my account from writing the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a rough situation, and hopefully things get resolved to a point where everyone's happy. Because what these people do is so valuable to what we enjoy every day. You know, and what we do as in the film box is paramount to what these people do every day in the writing room.
We're not here if they're not here.
Yeah. So we're hopeful that everything resolves in a way that every side is happy, not just one or the other.
It's wishful thinking. So we know how these go. But you know, if you're a writer struggling, stay strong. You got support around the country, around the world even.
If you're a studio, work with your writers, please.
Do that.
They help make you your money.
You will be eaten. # eat the rich.
Oh God.
Nah.
All right. Anyways, I
note.
think that's gonna be on that note. I think we're good with the political rhetoric at this point.
You sure? I got another hour left in me. I saw how to blow up a pipeline. I forgot to mention that earlier.
Man,
I could shoot from the hip.
Yep. Oh boy. Well, all right. So if you'd like to support us, like also supporting the WGA, you can. There's numerous ways to do that, monetarily and non-monetarily. You can go to our website, shop our store, you know, buy some merch. That helps us monetarily. But at the same time, if you're listening to this, share it with your friends. You know, spread the word. That's really how you can help us, is just help us get out there and spread the word. And, you know, that'll be so helpful to us. And, you know, we can't, you know, thank whoever's listening enough for listening. You know, you can subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. If you're listening on our website, sign up for our newsletter, you know, sign up for our email list, do something to let us know that you're listening, you know? And it helps us a lot. I want to thank Josh Woodward for our theme music, as always. Also, you can visit our website, read our reviews, do all that stuff. www.thefilmboxreviews.com. You know where it is, so...
I have it bookmarked. You should too.
I would hope so. Yeah, no, we put a lot of heart and soul into writing and podcasting, and it means a lot to us. So, let's see what else. Oh, you can follow us on Twitter. We share a lot there, usually, sometimes. And you can, you know, have fun, listen, enjoy. You know, that's what we hope for. So, with that said, this has been the Filmbox Podcast, and we will see you later.
Bye now.
I'm running away, don't bother to Facebook message or call me, 'cause I'm living life in airplane mode and everything is okay. I just wanna play